It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies as they'll be playing against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. For Philadelphia, they continue to pile up the wins, only one loss in weeks. They expect to win every time they take the court. And tonight, two offenses that like to score in the post. Shaq, defensively, how do you counteract that?
Two types of denying. Deny the position and deny the entry pass.
Yes.
Sounds like you're in a state of denial.
I deny everything you just said.
Is it just me? I thought that was funny.
But you know what the other thing you could do, Shaq? If you pressure the passer, what it does is then it allows the defender to have more time to get around on the defensive and provide.
You're lucky I didn't guard you in your career.
Oh, I would have went right by you.
You're lucky.
I would have hoped you pressured me.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. It's time for the tip.
It's the home of the 76ers here in Philadelphia as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And for the Memphis Grizzlies guys, they come in off that loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. Well, Chris, some teams already realize a championship just is not going to be in their future this season. How should those kind of teams approach the rest of the season?
Give your best.
Right, yeah.
Give your all. We're competitors. This is the NBA, the greatest league in the world, the greatest basketball players assembled. And so, one, you have to respect the game. You have to respect the monotony. You have to respect the work. You have to respect the travel. And you have to be thankful, by the way. And when you put all that together, you go into your job and you do the best. Focus on getting better every day. And there's a good chance that you will.
And making sure that you give the fans what they're paying for.
Hey, that's what it's all about. If you don't entertain the fans, hey, something's wrong with you. If you can't have fun with 20,000 screaming fans and the kids with their popcorns and all the stuff going on, if you don't remember what it's about, Kev, you kind of lost your mojo already.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. White is out there with Conley, and it's Valanciunas in at the center position. Anderson against Butler. Poked away, tries to save it, and that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Valanciunas against Embiid. 6 to shoot. Back to Redick. Here's Harris. The shot comes out. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Conley into the lane. Valanciunas in the high post. Here's Anderson. Rebound by Joel Embiid. And the 76ers with possession. Redick with the 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
Oh, I mean, the main weapon in Redick's arsenal, he's out here to shoot it from deep, and he does that quick.
Right wing. Here's Conley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you got to love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
He throw good, Conley. And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is help. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Simmons passes to Harris. Back to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Harris kicks to Simmons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And it's the 76ers with the ball after Memphis gets the 3. Harris finds Simmons. Here's Embiid. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Memphis the other way now.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Right outside. Pass to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Conley's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 4. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. Right outside. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Dishes it to Conley. For 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Feeds to Harris. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
2 shots.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball 4s.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Along with the rest of their troubles last year, the Grizzlies had a very hard time stretching the floor.
Yeah, and they were 25th in the league in three-point percentage. I mean, teams did not have to respect them from out beyond the arc. And that made an already pedestrian offense even more sluggish.
And Harris drops them both.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Right, the pass to Jackson. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Conley inside the line. Again, Conley missing.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Tips it.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
For Memphis, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Anderson against Butler. Shot left block, and Anderson gets it to go.
He's finding some good shots early on, and what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Simmons inside. Over by Conley. Simmons dishes to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got his second basket of the night.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Simmons against Conley. And nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5. Redick against Wright. Goes back up. And that one's good. Simmons.
Well, I like how hard he crashes the glass. Simmons knows he has the size and timing to keep possessions alive.
Conley kicks to Anderson. To the inside. Some solid defense from Butler.
Well, I'm sure he thought that was good when it left his fingertips. Matter of fact, I know he did.
Redick finds Simmons. And he converts the layup. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The feed to Jackson. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
A fantastic season a year ago for the 76ers. Think about it, 52 wins for them, and they secured the 3rd seed in the East. A far cry from where they were just a few seasons ago.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And the improvement for the 76ers happened so fast. Last year, the team went from the cellar to front runner.
But when they got healthy, they got good. Having Simmons and Embiid for a full year, huge. I mean, they lost to the Celtics, but that's just part of the learning process for this group.
And so he hits both. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Anderson lays it up off the glass. Anderson's got 6.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Butler attacking, and it's Butler with the jam.
And like whenever Butler slices to the basket, the D has a hard time matching his athleticism on these takes.
Memphis is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Wright with it, now guarded by Redick. Conley gets the bucket.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
Now here's Simmons, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Pass to Embiid. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Valanciunas. Outside Conley. And Valanciunas kicks to right and stolen by Redick. Three-pointer, Butler. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, and what a gut-wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. James Ennis, he'll check in for Butler. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. Simmons with it, now guarded by Bradley. Stolen by Noah. Floats one up, and Parsons with the lay-in. Parsons got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Right there, the height of Parsons coupled with the skill set, able to convert against good defense.
Noah against Johnson. Outside, Scott. McConnell in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Bradley.
Wonderful instincts on the defensive end. I like how Simmons stays after his man. He's not letting him get comfortable.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Simmons got 6. So it's the Grizzlies now, trailing by 2. And Holiday kicks it to Noah. Left side, Parsons. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Simmons. 6 points for him. Bounce pass from McConnell. Shots good by Simmons. He's got 8.
Embracing the physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit on the way up, but he's okay.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's good. 2 points.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
Now here's McConnell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Golden State. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And of course Memphis. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And when you look at Memphis, it's early, but we can already say something about them that we couldn't say last year. This may be a team with legitimate playoff hopes.
And Parsons gets it to go.
We need more of this from Parsons. I mean, he has the length and athleticism to be a factor on the glass.
Now here's McConnell, guarded by Bradley. Here's Simmons, and Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Memphis has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Here's Parsons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. You think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away.
Now here's McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Scott, the pass to Johnson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Joakim Noah. Chris, you and I love guys with a great handle, and they can finish with either hand. And I know you've got a couple guys who you think do it better than most.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, right,
He's
exactly.
one of the best finishers that I've seen. Oh, my goodness, the way he can finger roll you with his left hand and throw it up so high the rain will come down with it, and finishing off of both legs. You have to look at a guy like Harden as well, the way he finishes. How about LeBron James? As strong as he is, it seems like he just kind of gives you a shoulder with either shoulder, bumps and waits, and then lays it up nice too. I mean, you have so many players. Curry, he's another guy that does it so well. I can keep going on and on, but those guys, don't forget about Mike Conley. He's ambidextrous. He might just shoot a jump shot with either hand. So you got to be careful when guarding these guys. Great finishers, man.
Good names you've mentioned. Parsons outside, fires it up. Not going to go that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Johnson finds McConnell. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Stolen by Noah. Parsons against Johnson. And again, Memphis no good. The 76ers leading. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. It's stolen by Bradley. The pass to Brooks to the inside. Noah against Marjanovic. Can't connect from short range.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Last year, C-Webb, the Grizzlies really had a hard time getting good looks.
Only 3 teams had a worse field goal percentage. Now, they lost their starting point guard for most of the year, but at some point, someone else has to step up.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Chris, with the way the 76ers have taken huge steps forward, what should the expectations be for this team the next few years?
I wouldn't be surprised, Kev, if they were competing for a title in a few seasons. I mean, they have a very flexible cap to improve their roster, and anything less than that, I think, should be viewed as a disappointment.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Brooks, left side, to end the run, and that one goes long. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's McConnell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Chandler Parsons. The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Last season, the Grizzlies' offensive numbers plummeted. One area where they excelled, though, the free throw line.
Yeah, shot a very high percentage from the charity stripe. Didn't get there as much as they would have liked, partly because they lack shot creators.
So he gets them both.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bradley dishes to Holiday. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Over Simmons. Bank shot, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's Ennis that time on the assist by McConnell. And the 76ers lead by 9. Outside Bradley. And so it's Philadelphia ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the 76ers.
One shot,
Amir Johnson is out there with Ennis. Then it's Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. And that one misses. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or your players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans in the city and players, members of the organization is very strong. And so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust, because that new team wants you and needs you badly.
Good insight. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A. thanks. Here's Simmons after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Now Ennis. Count that bucket. Ennis has got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Bradley off the drive. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Brooks right side. Misses off the left iron.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
To the middle and stolen by Parsons. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Brooks.
One of the premier small forwards as far as passing the ball is concerned. Parsons, he's a creator.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Well, see, Webb, there were a ton of huge personalities on this 76ers team, from the stars right on down to the rotation players.
Well, it starts with the Embiid. You know, he's talking junk out there. And think about the quiet swagger that Simmons plays with. This group genuinely get along, and they play for each other. The trials they went through to get here as a core, they should have all the confidence in the world.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Harris comes in for James Ennis. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for T.J. McConnell. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Simmons. Now, here's Marjanovic. Another miss by Philadelphia. Outside Conley. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Conley's got 7 points in the game. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Harris outside. He kicks it to Butler. Over right. Here's Embiid. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Anderson. Ball's knocked loose. Over Harris. Anderson's shot is off.
I like what he was trying to do, shaking the D with the fadeaway. Tough look, though.
Redick against Conley. Up top, Embiid. His last outing, he had 24 points. Just 5 to shoot. Shots good from Butler.
And Butler has some insane handles, created at just carving his way through the defense.
Conley kicks to Valanciunas. The dish to Wright. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. And nothing but air on that one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way when he's that intense.
Conley finds Valanciunas. Back to Conley. The kick out to Wright. And again, Memphis no good. The 76ers leading by 15. Outside, Redick. Here's the lob to the hoop. Here's Harris. A second chance effort. Marjanovic. That one goes. Count it. Marjanovic has got his second bucket of the night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Conley's shot is off.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
Redick for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Anderson kicks to Wright to stop the drought, and finished off by Wright.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now, here's Redick. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Now here's Wright after the miss from Joel Embiid. And stolen by Harris. And now Philadelphia on the break. Embiid leading the charge. Redick with the bucket.
Exceptional in shooting off the pass. Redick's rapid-fire release often comes in handy.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. When it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans, you know, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain. Sure. Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off-season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's fun. Here's Wright. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Just 4 to shoot. And Wright, here we go. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependable.
One shot.
And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know. Greg goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D-up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Now, here's Scott. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Anderson. Conley, the pass to Anderson. Right against Scott. And that one's good. Right.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Conley against Redick. Butler finds Harris. Here's Embiid. Over Valanciunas, and there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Tobias Harris.
Oh, man. Making outstanding use of the mid-range area. The big man, Embiid. He enjoys mixing this shot up in from time to time.
The offensive rebound. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. So it's Philadelphia now. Left side, Harris. Scott kicks to Harris. Over Anderson. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Harris has got 10 points in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Conley dishes to Valanciunas. In the corner, right with it. Jackson trying to break free. Offensive rebound. A 3. And that's good. Michael Conley for 3. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Redick against Conley. And Redick kicks to Harris. Butler in the corner. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. Memphis also making some changes. Parsons checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Dylan Brooks comes in for Anderson. And it's Avery Bradley in for Wright. Simmons passes to Butler. Shoots over Bradley. Here's Harris. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 12.
But you got to respect how much Harris hustles out there. He earns every rebound he gets.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Amir Johnson's checked in for the 76ers. Memphis also making some changes. Noah comes in for Jackson. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Mike Conley. Noah finds Bradley. Got a piece of it. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Noah dishes to Holiday. A 3-pointer off the mark.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
And stolen by Parsons. To the inside. Kicks it to Holiday. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 19-point game. Here's Simmons. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's just the sheer strength of Simmons. You want to try to tie him down? He's going to fight hard for every bucket. Well, think back to when Ben Simmons was first drafted as the top pick in 2016. Everyone knew he could be a playmaker as a small forward. But really, he functions fully as a point guard when he's out on the floor.
What's up?
That's good from Simmons. And Chris, Simmons a player that almost transcends the traditional basketball positions.
He's a playmaker, plain and simple. He has the height and vision and skill to line up anywhere. Simmons, he could be viewed as a generational talent when it's all said and done.
Now here's Parsons. He's got 6. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, we know Parsons loves the perimeter. Though with a lot of moving parts to his mechanics, he does lack some consistency.
Butler against Holiday. Right side Simmons. Back to Butler. The 3. They grab their own miss. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 13.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Oh, and Bradley possesses ridiculous athleticism. He really gets up and jams it in when the opportunity is right.
Philadelphia leading by 19 points. Simmons on the wing. Back to Butler. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. Fires the three. Scott, good. Scott's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Now here's Noah. Bradley drives in. Shot clock at 5. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right.
Well, you know what? I like Johnson's unselfishness, ready and willing to move it to the open man.
Parsons on the wing. Back to Bradley. The tray. Bradley with another miss.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Philadelphia 76ers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. That's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. Big-time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He had 14 points and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Downtown Philadelphia, as seen from high above. Welcome back to the Cradle of Liberty, as we like to call it here on 2K, here in eastern Pennsylvania. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Wright, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
And Wright kicks to Jackson. Pass to Conley. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Embiid. Stolen by Anderson. fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down. And you watch Kyle Henderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around it.
That's all you can do on defense. Redick is just amazing at shooting the ball, especially when he's under pressure.
Conley, the pass to Anderson. Back to Conley. Over Simmons. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
That one falls. 14 points for Tobias Harris.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Simmons against Conley. Here's Valanciunas. The Grizzlies with another miss.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
Yep, it counts. And that's now 6 points for Joel Embiid.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Now here's Conley. 10 points for him. Looking to end the run. And Valanciunas puts it in.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Harris against Jackson. Harris finds Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Redick passes to Embiid. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Anderson. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Anderson's got 11 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Back to Simmons. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And you see how comfortable Simmons is. I mean, he has the size and touch to be effective down there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And Chris, you spent time here with the 76ers in your career and led them to a postseason run. How much does the city bond when that happens?
Well, I tell you what, I love my time in Philly. I mean, I was injured late in my career, and I got so much love. If you play hard, they'll give you love. If you play hard, they'll respect you. I mean, seeing that here with both the 76ers and their football team, how they go all out, how they give you that love, and their baseball team. I mean, they were 3rd in attendance, and fans don't get enough credit for their love of the team. Yeah, they could be cruel at times, but when you win, they love you, and they go all out.
Embiid with the steal. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball. Count that one.
Never easy trying to stop Embiid. Even when you foul him, he still finds ways to muscle shots in. I just love the way Embiid controls the game and inserts his will on the floor. He's so sound offensively and has a terrific inside-out game. And defensively, he'll always challenge a shooter or someone foolish enough to drive in on.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Well, with Embiid, the inside-out game, you mentioned, Chris, he can take over with his skill set.
I like how calm and collective he is when he gets a player in the post. He doesn't need it on the block. If he gets the ball 10 feet away, he can still go to work. He looks great, whether he's facing up a defender or backing someone down.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Marjanovic comes in for Harris. And it's James Ennison for Jimmy Butler. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. In the corner, right with it. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists tonight.
Oh, the floor general skills of Conley. I mean, he has a fantastic feel for when his teammates need the rock.
Now here's Redick. 8 points for him. Back to Simmons. Outside, Redick, just 3 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Conley's got 12 in the game. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Redick against Wright. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Inside, Embiid. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Now the pass to Valanciunas. Shoots over Embiid. No good from Valanciunas. 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And right, here we go. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. McConnell's checked in. 76ers on defense. Jackson finds Valanciunas. At the elbow, Conley. Jackson trying to break free. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Jackson.
Oh, man, the timing, the precision. Conley is ready to fire as soon as the ball hit his hands.
Ennis taking his time here. Passes it to Embiid. McConnell in the corner. Back to Embiid. Over Valanciunas. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And for Memphis, they're shooting 40% from the field. Right, the pass to Valanciunas. Memphis the rebound. Such a wide open look. 16 points for Mike Conley.
Oh, the mid-range game of Conley. Terrific at being assertive and on the attack from him.
Now here's Ennis, defended by Anderson. McConnell with it. 6 points for him. And here's Ennis. Here's Marjanovic. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And stolen by McConnell. Simmons passes to McConnell. Stolen by Conley. The finish. And finished off by Conley.
What a fast thinker on defense. Conley excels at prying and clawing the ball away from the opposition.
Philadelphia leading by 20. And Simmons kicks to Marjanovic. Simmons passes to Marjanovic. Poked away. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Wright. Back to Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Ennis. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. 1 more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. The first one falls.
And with over 20 years as a franchise, the Grizzlies still haven't had that one tremendous season. Just 1 conference final appearance, and they've yet to make an NBA Finals.
That one misses. Some changes for Philadelphia. Johnson, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Scott comes in for Embiid, and it's Butler in for T.J. McConnell. Feeds to Johnson. Over Noah. And he overshot that one, missing. The Grizzlies trail by 19. And Brooks, here we go. Noah high post. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. 6 points for Joakim Noah.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Now here is Holiday. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Misses from close range. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They lead by 17. Good on the three-point shot.
And he has been running circles around the defense, and it's a different playing field now with Butler being on.
Here's Noah. He has 6. He kicks to Brooks. Parsons outside for 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. That's 12 points for Chandler Parsons.
Okay, you got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defenses adjust.
Now here's Simmons. 17 points in the game. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You got to give Simmons props. He's exceptional at keeping his focus in the face of the defense.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Jackson's checked in.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
And Holiday kicks to Jackson. Back to Holiday. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 76ers leading by 20. Here's Simmons. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. Over Johnson. Rebound by the 76ers.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Holiday brings the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Bradley kicks to Parsons. Back to Bradley. Over Simmons. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Scott, good. Scott's got his second bucket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Parsons. He's got 12. And another miss by Memphis.
He's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
From 10 feet out, again, Philadelphia.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Mike Conley's checked in for Justin Holiday. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third. To the middle, here's Jackson, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Look, Mike Conley, he's the kind of point guard who does all of the little things. Smart, Solid on offense and defense and consistent with production. He's a true floor leader. I mean, his impact, it goes beyond the numbers, way beyond the numbers.
1:27 left in the third quarter. And there's the feed to Johnson. Here's Scott. Another three for Philadelphia.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
And for Memphis, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And Chris, for Conley, it took some time for him to grow into the leader he's become.
And think about this. Foolishly, so many people thought Conley might be a draft bust early in his career. Think about that. I mean, it took him a few seasons to become comfortable with his game in the NBA, as some players do. I mean, he's done nothing but improve and refine his game since entering the league.
For Memphis, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Bradley.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Ben Simmons. And so Bradley nails both of them.
I mean, and that 6'3" Bradley is a plus defender thanks to his quickness and tenacity.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Johnson outside. Back to Redick. The kick outside to Butler. No good from outside. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Bradley. 19 seconds left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks outside. Buries it from three-point range. Brooks has got 5 now.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
Outside, Redick. Over Conley. Misses there. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Scott is out there with Amir Johnson. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Butler in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Conley, that remarkable focus from the seasoned vet, strong at taking the contact and finishing.
One shot.
And that one falls for Mike Conley.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Butler finds Redick. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Bradley. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Parsons. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Now here's Redick. Kicks it loose. Stolen by Michael Conley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
And Redick kicks to Harris. Trying to get open is Johnson. And the basket by Harris. And the 76ers lead by 15.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Jackson down low. Johnson's there. Takes a three. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now here's Butler. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And Butler has really bulked up since coming into the league. You see his strength on tough shots with the contact.
Parsons outside. Connects from 3-point range.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Conley against Redick. There's the lob for Harris. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Bradley, no one around him. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And that's where he's most comfortable. Bradley crafting this game to excel in the catch and shoot.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Ben Simmons in for Mike Scott. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jackson. Kyle Anderson comes in for Parsons. And it's DeLon Wright in for Avery Bradley. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
And he makes the first.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character. Has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
In the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
And here is Butler. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. With the teardrop, fires from 14. Doesn't go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Valanciunas. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
Now here's Redick. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, see, Webb, J.J. Redick has just continued to age well. He's a fantastic player now into his 30s.
Well, Redick keeps adding to his game, but the shooting never changes. He's shot well over 40 from deep for his career. Redick is a player who doesn't rely on his burst or his first step to score. I mean, he can keep playing like this for a long time.
And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball. in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
Well, look, an outstanding role player. Reddick is an incredible sniper who feels comfortable shooting from just about anywhere.
Here's Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Conley's got 18 points just in the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Reddick against Wright.
And the energy Reddick has is what gets him in these calls. I mean, he's difficult to guard sometimes without fouling.
First free throw is good. The son of former NBA coach Bernie Bickerstaff, JB got his first head coaching job here in Memphis.
Yeah, I played for his father, such an intense coach and with a deep playbook. And after Fizdale was fired, JB was named the Grizzlies interim head coach. Before that, he had been an assistant in Charlotte, Minnesota, Houston. He's a young guy, but he's been around basketball a long time.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Conley. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. Got to get him a few big pats on the back.
And they continue to control the glass.
Oh, the lob. Oh! Where did that come from? That was beautiful.
Wow. Demonstrating how fast he is. Simmons enjoys going up to hammer home that alley-oop.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside Butler. And the rejection by Valanciunas. They recover it. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Well, with Embiid, the only thing that is going to slow him down, or has slowed him down so far, C-Webb, is injuries.
Well, people forget that Embiid would have been the top pick in his draft if he was fully healthy. I mean, too often do great big men have their careers derailed because of injuries. Embiid, though, I think Embiid has overcome his rough patch of health. I mean, I think he's going to be a monster as long as he stays on the floor.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid.
Well, it's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
Here's Wright. He dishes it to Valanciunas. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Here's Embiid, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Grizzlies now. Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 9 points. Brooks outside. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. Here is Conley. Brooks outside. And stolen by Butler.
That's just his first turnover of the game. He's been making good decisions out there. Well, until that one.
Outside for Reddick. Lets the three fly. Got a piece of it. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Conley left side. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's now 30 points for Conley.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Simmons passes to Butler, and they double up Butler. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Off the left rim and out. The 76ers leading by 7. Lobbed up there for Embiid.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Reddick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Memphis has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now here's Valanciunas. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Simmons finds Harris. Butler up top over Anderson. No good off the front iron. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Conley. Outside Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. There's Jackson with the 3.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
And the first one drops.
Oh, wow. And Harris is a guy that really offers a ton of versatility. He can play both forward spots and is an efficient scorer from just about anywhere.
He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Memphis with it. 8-point game. Anderson dishes to Valanciunas. Some nice passing there by Memphis.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, Greg, it's not just you. I mean, it's the stat line, too. Look at what he's doing. A dominant night on the glass.
Now here's Conley. He feeds it to Valanciunas. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Butler at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. Over Conley. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Now Simmons. It's Reddick on the wing. Harris outside. There's the 3. The shot by Reddick, no good.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
I mean, look, I was going to say you're attacking on both ends, quickly going from defense to offense.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Called time to just let them get their legs back under them.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Ben Simmons.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
A really solid performance here in front of the home crowd. He may not be the star of this team, but nights like this are what make him a fan favorite. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Leading by 5. Kicks it to Reddick and stolen by Wright. Left side Anderson shoots from 12. Here's Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, fellas, a putback like that is always a big swing, not just in terms of points, but the momentum too.
Here is Conley after Ben Simmons' bucket. Conley, the pass to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Simmons trying to get open. He goes up again. Right side, Butler. They get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Brooks checked in for Memphis. On the inbound. Embiid, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 5 and stolen by Reddick. Embiid drives in, and the dunk by Embiid.
Using that speed to his advantage. Embiid is so devastating when driving to the basket.
Memphis has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Wasted no time on that one. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Conley against Simmons. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Simmons got 13 points here in the second half alone. And for Memphis, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Conley's shot is off.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Now here's Simmons. Embiid. Reddick for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Now Reddick following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Reddick with it out to Harris. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Jackson. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Look at this. I like this team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Outside, Simmons. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard, we can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.